Stastny around for Huff. Looks for Peter. They score! Peter Stastny scores at the 1:58 mark. And we get Huff in there on Kleinendorf, who had taken a shot at Peter Stastny. Jerry, we expected a rough series, and certainly they haven't disappointed us right off the bat in that regard.
Well, let's not lose the fact, Rick, that it's 1-0 for the Nordiques. Young Huff made a tremendous pass to Stastny in front of the net, and as we said before the game, as they're still going at it here, Scott Kleinendorf, and who's he in there with? I don't think it's Peter Stastny. I think one of the defensemen come out the point.
It's Mike Huff who made that play out of the corner to set up the goal. Jarvis was hindered on his drive toward the net by John O'Grodnick, and we've got a holding penalty upcoming against Quebec. 16:59 to go in the opening period, and the Nordiques have a 1-0 lead.
Penalty on the Nordiques. This all took place as they're going towards the penalty box, and it involves Ronnie Francis, Dave Tippett, Dougie Jarvis, three guys who really don't get into the fighting thing. As Grodnick, he's not crazy about himself, but it was really, here's Basil, McRae, and McDermott. This will be the headliner right here. But
here's your heavyweight bout. McDermott, who loves to go with that left.
Rick, I guess you could have guessed this, and there'll be a lot of knocks in the game of hockey, but let's get it out of the way. We'll pack a lunch, have a little break. We'll get this game over with sooner or later. It'll be a good series, but hey, listen, this is high intensity. This is what happens.
Jarvis and Francis are working on Hunter. You see O'Grodnick and Samuelson dancing. Moeller squared off with Tippett, and I find it hard to believe that Randy Moeller couldn't find an opponent a little more to his size than Dave Tippett, who has not incurred a major penalty in his NHL career.
Didn't stop Tippett from going at him. He didn't back down. He went right in there. See, the key to this situation is that there is a penalty to the Nordique player, and he had to go right to the box, and this started with Hunter, believe me. We were watching the result of the penalties. Look at Hunter, he's actually squawking right there at Dougie Jarvis. Grodnick, so there should be 6 players from each team in the penalty box. Hunter, McRae, and O'Grodnick. I don't know how Jarvis and Francis got on at the same time. That's beyond me. Oh, I know what it was, because they had a delayed penalty and Ronnie Francis come off the bench for Liu. But as we see in there, yes, there's 2, 4, there's 7. Well, they had an extra player, so the Whalers get 6 guys going to the box. I don't know. This is
great. McDermott for fighting, 5 fighting. And I've got Samuelson for 3rd man.
Rick, as early as the Nordique scored.
Game misconduct.
Who got the...
And he's obviously very upset with only 3 minutes gone in the playoffs, and he's given the boot.
He did the right thing regardless. It's tough to, you want to be in the game, but when you see a big guy like Mueller taking on a little guy like Tippett, someone's supposed to get in there.
Roughing and high stick. So she should all even out, boys.
Gillis and Ferraro on this face-off.
Here's the penalties at the sideboards. Evison and Gillis. There's a stick up by Gillis to start it, and Dino gets his start up right there in retaliation. Nothing you can do there. Both go to the box. 2 minutes high sticking.
And the pushing and tugging and holding and clutching continues, and finally Joel Quenneville lands on the loose puck. We get a whistle, and not before Paul McDermott, or pardon me, Randy Ladouceur and Basil McRae find each other. Teammates earlier in the season in Detroit.
This is after Hogarth decided to blow the whistle very quickly in this play, as the puck was still loose when he blew it. He's doing his best to make sure a lot of the stuff that happened earlier in the game doesn't continue to happen.
Paul Samuelson was given a game misconduct for being the 3rd man in the altercation. Evison is rocked by Rochefort. Here's Gavin shooting, blocked. Anderson shoots, saved by Gosselin. Anderson again, saved by Gosselin. He snares the 3rd try. And now Huff jumps Deneen behind the net.
But first of all, Huff does not get 2 minutes and maybe 4 minutes for what he did here. You can get 4 minutes or 5 minutes for sticking a person in the facial area. This is what he did. He turns to his forehand, shoots it high. Gosselin got the stick mitt on it, then made the catch. Now, well, Kevin's stick was up above his shoulder where the 2 minutes for his high sticking comes. I think he's hurt. I think he went into this net pretty hard as Deneen was pushed into the net. But I don't think he is. I know he is. He's down. Let's look at this again. Well, this is a give-and-go situation right here, and it's going to come in front to Kevin Dineen as he's going towards the net. Bango. Now he's cross-checked by Cote right here, and Kevin gets the elbow up to protect himself more than anything, and he nails Gosselin down.
The pass knocked down by Stephen Finn. Here's Churla. Churla sends it off Finn's stick, and it deflects in front. Now we got Churla trying to go with Finn, who didn't really want any part of Shane Churla. Now he wants to try Randy Moeller on for size, and Shane Churla will be heading off to the penalty box.
He's going to have a tough time finding guys to fight him right here, Rick, as we see him try and lay the puck in front. Now Finn takes a shot at him, and he bulldogs him into the boards. Oh, Finn takes the first shot, and Finn skates away. I hope he's calling a penalty in Finn here. I wish he could see the replay, Hogard. This isn't the first time they've gone at it, especially last year in the playoffs. It's the first time tonight, I think, that they'll go off together. I'll tell you one thing about Dean Evason. He won't back down from anyone, and neither will Dale Hunter.
In all manner of tactics employed by the Nordiques. McDermott blasts his man Gillis, and the Nordiques are looking for a penalty. Now Gillis took a swat at McDermott, and Hogarth is going to call something here.
But we're going to see right here that McDermott clearly runs Gillis from behind, and Hogarth had to call this. There's no doubt about it, as he almost beheaded him. Not a very good penalty at this stage of the game, Rick.
Kevin Dineen in front. The shot saved by Gosselin, and McDermott let it go. Ladouceur keeps it in, but only momentarily. And now we've got Ladouceur entangled with Paul Gillis.
What a save by Gosselin as all this nonsense taking place. Tremendous save by Gosselin.
As they sort it out, we'll take a break. It's 2-2 with 5:07 to go in the third. Anderson. Here's Michel Goulet. His pass is deflected, and Evason got a piece of it to throw the play offside, and Lane Lambert and Kleinendorst are set to go. A simple offside turns into an altercation here. Now Goulet takes a pop at Dean Evason, and Goulet, with a bad selection there, he was right over Hogarth's shoulder. Now let's look at Hunter and company.
We know for sure that Goulet's going to go. If he doesn't go, there's something wrong.
Turgeon's yanked out of there by Rochefort. Now Merzin's in there. Here comes Brown. Hunter is still battling Gavin.
You know what's a shame of all this, Rick, is if these players are going through this all night, and the last 4 or 5 minutes, outside of maybe a 30-second period by the Nordiques of really controlling the puck around the Whaler net, these players are drained. They're exhausted right now. The best thing to do is say, listen, let's finish the game at 2-2, get organized. They're still going at it down there. Get organized, come out and have a good overtime, and may the best team win.
One guy is never tired, at least for this stuff, is Dale Hunter.
He's the most conditioned for it. It's not like he's a first-time starter.
Going to spend the offseason battling Dave and Mark, his older brothers. Or at least Dave's his older brother. Mark is his junior with the St. Louis Blues. It's a good matchup. Francis talks to Dineen.
Ronnie's trying to go to his forehand, as he suggests right here.
Gillis ties up with Francis as the play continues on, and Dineen moves in for that loose puck. Kevin Dineen lost it. Anderson has it. Saved by Gosselin. Quenneville charges toward the net. 5 seconds to go. Here's Ogrodnik. Ogrodnik from the line. 2 seconds. Ogrodnik shoots. He scores. Does it count?
No, it does not count. The green light is on. No goal. The green light is on.
Hogarth is talking to the Whalers. They're going to wave it off.
That's the Whalers, Rick. Let's wait till Hogarth reels it out. The coaches are on the ice.
We may not have seen anything yet.
Oh, it's no goal. It's no goal. Look at Michel Bergeron's in the middle of the ice. Rick, the first thing I did was look up and the green light went on. That's why I was so definite in saying no goal. Of course, what I have to say means nothing. It's the decision of Hogarth. I think they've ruled no goal. I'll tell you what, it was a tremendous shot.
Wow, did he ever crank that? And of course, when the clock reaches 0, the green light comes on automatically and overrides the goal judge pushing on the red.
Here's a shot right here, and he gets everything into this, and he beats Lankley out. But let's go right. Oh, we couldn't get up higher. The green light was on. I don't know. He's well. Let's take another look. Now, you know what? I looked up. There's 6 seconds here. I don't know if it's 5, 4, 3, 2. I guess we could go. One here. Here's the shot. Now these are, don't forget, Rick, are neutral goal judges. We should mention that. They're neutral goal judges. There's no hometown thing here. The green light is on right now. The red light did not go on. You know, it's automatic, too. The green light goes on.
It's automatic. The only human part involved in it is if this gentleman who works Ranger games at Madison Square Garden, it's a little late on the trigger, but, you know, he's an experienced goal judge. I don't know. No one is really, except for Basil McRae at this point, skated by the goal judge. They're not objecting to him at all at this point.
No, I think he tried to put the light on as soon as possible, and he couldn't.
You have to assume that. There's no other way to know. And Michel Bergeron, Jack Evans, walking off to the dressing room. He's satisfied with Hogarth's decision that we're going to overtime. Ron Hogarth has had a night he won't soon forget. Michel Bergeron's not going to forget it anytime soon either.
I wish they'd hurry up and make an announcement. And obviously, from what's happening in the attitude of the Quebec organization, the team, it's not going to count. But I would like to see him make an official announcement. I guess this answers all, right? This tells the story.
The Nordiques have all but left the ice, just a few stragglers out there, and Bergeron is being told to get to the dressing room. Simon Nollet and Guy Lapointe, 2 of the assistant coaches, are trying to calm him down a little bit. It's poked back to Merzen. Goes over to Lanasseur. Randy Lanasseur, the wrist shot, deflected, they score! McDermott, I believe, got it.
Great play by Merzen on the opposite point over to Kleinendorf. Great play. Look at everyone, the trainers, everyone's in on this. A tough loss for the Nordiques for sure. They played very well tonight, Rick. Good enough to win. I think Paul McDermott tipped it in. But a great play on the point. Merzen showed great intelligence. He didn't panic. He saw Kleinendorf was open, laid a nice pass, and Scotty went in, made a wrist shot that I think McDermott tipped. Here's a play by Merzen. Scott Letcher comes off the boards, walks right in. He's going to lift his right leg. Oh, this is Randy Lanasseur. I'm sorry. Yes, sir. Paul McDermott tipped it between the legs of Gosselin. I got excited. I thought that was Kleinendorf with Lanasseur. Let's look at the other angle. Nice going to Randy Lanasseur. He just makes sure it goes towards the net, like we said. There's McDermott. He tips it between the legs, and there's Bedlam at the Civic Center. And as I said, Rick, they're usually finished within 5 minutes. We go a long time. We are going to make last call. Don't worry about it.